introduced in the examination. It was introduced in this examination of May itself, right? Before that, this particular exam was not a part of the syllabus there. So, if we talk about this examination, what is it exactly? See, there are overall 4 modules. Module A is purely the management. This is nothing but a theoretical area. Okay? So the first part is, if we talk about the module A is going to be all about theory. Then we have module B and module C. Module B stands for the advanced concepts of financial management. If you talk about the advanced concepts of financial management, this talks about the basics of finance. Then even the ones which are going to be helpful for module C is all here. Vinay, as such now, due to this examination process, I would say it is way better that you start with the module A first. Module A is for everybody. Module A is something which is easier. It will take a lesser time. And once you finish off with module A, that will increase your confidence. Because once you are done with the first 5-6 chapters of module A, then you're done with the area of management. In the previous examination, the module B and module C was asked more, but if I talk about the concept which are there in module A, they are lesser. So if you cover it up, like you do these chapters first and you quickly finish them up. So if someone asks you what are the number of chapters you have already covered, be like, Arey, I've covered this much, this much, this much. I've covered this chapter, this chapter. That quantity that you would have covered, that is something that is going to be helpful for you. Okay? So it's going to be the quantity. Psychologically, that quantity you would have covered. That is, if you have done the module A altogether. After that, module B and module C. Module B and module C are connected. So it's always the first is module B. Vinay sir, I'll start with module A. I'll start with module A itself. Same reason. This particular module takes a lesser time, and once we are done with this particular chapter, this particular module, psychologically you don't feel the pressure कि बहुत सारा पढ़ा है. There are a lot of things are left. So that's why we'll be finishing off the module A, and then we'll be learning about module B and module C together. Always remember, if you know the basics, the advanced level is never a problem. So if you do the module B properly, then module C will never be an issue. Module C has valuation, mergers, and acquisitions. Now, this particular topic, valuations, mergers, and acquisitions, this is all a part of a company there. Okay? Just a moment. Valuation as well as mergers and acquisitions, this entire topic of module C, this is good, but this becomes easier if you have done the module B. If you finish off the module B, after that module B, C is a piece of cake. And okay, module D is again pure theory. So module A and module D both are pure theory, but which particular module is still the simplest? I would say it is module A, because module D is finance based theory. I'm sorry. It's all finance based theory. Now, what do you mean by finance based theory? In this area, you will find it will talk about various schemes, various things, which are various instruments of finance area. So, if you would have done B properly, D becomes easy again. So, the most important chapter of this particular, or most important, I would say, the module which is super duper important for your examination, is the base for everything, is module B. Module B becomes a connection for C and D, and A has nothing to do with B and C, or even the D there. It has nothing to do with any of those. It's a pure theoretical area which is based upon the management. Done, everyone? Vinay sir, there is only one problem there. We can start with module B first, but it would be like I'll be starting with the most difficult area. That somehow creates a problem. Before you get comfortable with the particular subject, if I start with the most difficult area, then the particular, I would say the banker or the students, anybody whom I would say, they somehow don't get that point. If I start directly with sir, it's like if I start teaching you that acha, since we have started the class, let's start with the term not ABCD. I am skipping the area of ABCD. Let's try directly the area of miscellaneous and simultaneous. ठीक है ना? That would be the only problem. चलिए. Now let's talk about the module A first. And what is module A and why should it be start first? Module A has got the chapters which will be covered in a little time, and at the same time, this coverage will help you in the examination. But there's one particular thing I would like to tell you, that in the examination, what happened was, since module A and module D both were theory now, people thought that let's focus on A and D more, and let's focus on B and C less. So ultimately, what happened was, in the examination, the proportion of B and C together was more as compared to A and D. Okay? So what? But since the examination has just happened for the first time, so you never know. Maybe this time they will cover the examination uniformly, because normally this is what they do. There are certain areas which are super important. Okay? Okay. Chaliye. Now the first point is basics of management. What do you mean by basics of management? What do you mean by the management? This is a particular chapter which is going to be the introduction to all other chapters. This is actually the base foundation for the entire module A. Okay? Then we do the first part, which is called planning. Planning helps us to know what exactly is thinking. Everybody, under planning, we don't do anything. Under planning, I'll never say I do everything there. Do you really think so? No. Under planning, you just think over it. Henna? It's not about doing, it's just about thinking over it. It's an intellectual process where we jot down what exactly are we supposed to do. Then the next point that comes is organizing. What do you mean by the term organizing? If I thought that I would like to achieve a goal, and this is the goal, I define my goal first. Once I've defined my goal, I will need a few things for achieving my goal. Now that's called organizing. Okay? That is called organizing. When we arrange all the resources for the same. Then we have staffing. What do you mean by staffing, everyone? Any ideas? Basic question. What do you mean by staffing? Any ideas? What do you mean by staffing, everyone? Staffing clearly means whatever persons are entering. Under planning, we think over it. Under organizing, we arrange the resources. We are just arranging the resources, and while arranging the resources, what will we realize? We will realize that it's time that we do the staffing. That means we need people to do the work. We cannot do the things on our own. Can we, everyone? Can I do everything all alone? I need people to help me out. That is a portion of staffing. Then, when people are doing that particular work, I will give them instructions. They can feel worn out while doing it, so I'll give them training, as well as they can feel demotivated a lot, so I'll motivate them. ठीक है ना? And last is, sometimes I had a particular goal to achieve. I decided this is the particular goal I wanted to achieve, but I can lose my focus. Can this happen, everyone? Or it is impossible? It can happen. Sometimes, as a person, you feel exhausted. Sometimes, as a person, you don't feel like doing anything. What if such things happen? Then you are moving away from your goal. But you'll have to come back to the goal now. If you were supposed to make 10 units in a day and you made 6 units this today, so we'll be raising a particular question now that array, don't make 6 units in this particular day, because if it is less than that, less than what we are supposed to achieve, then we will face major problems. Then, hello sir. So this is all about the module A. The basic reason for doing it is psychological. This particular topic is one of the easiest areas to cover up. Takes a little time to cover up, and at the same time, is covering a good number of marks in the examination as well. As in the examination, there is no specified number of marks from each module, and this is a scoring module even. Okay, the next point, we'll be talking about the area of advanced concepts of financial management. What do you mean by advanced concepts, everyone? Under this area, we'll be talking about the area of financial management. This is where the very first class is going to be of only one thing, that is the financial area. This first chapter, that is sources of finance and financial strategies, this particular chapter is all going to be the basics, where we'll be learning about the financial terminologies. Okay, so the first thing is we'll be learning about financial terminologies. Next is financial and operating leverages. What do you mean by leverages? Heard about the term leverage, everyone? Leverage is basically sometimes the business is not able to earn to get good money for themselves, so they want to grow further. Then if I need finances, I can either arrange it from myself or I need it from others. So if I take it from others, there's a cost even na? Even if the businessman is doing it, there's a cost to it. If there is cost to every single thing, then what are we going to do? We're going to look forward to the best way through which we can earn with minimum problems, isn't it? Then financial and operating leverage helps us to find out or arranging all the money that we can raise. Okay? Then we have capital investment decisions. This particular chapter talks about, see, if I wanted to buy a phone now, before buying a phone, matlab, it is believed somewhere. I think since I've faced it, so I still remember that point. That people think that acha women might be thinking about a pink phone or a pink laptop. So what happened is that I was supposed to buy a laptop since I was working in this field. So I wanted a particular laptop. So as soon as I was having a word, so someone asked that, ma'am, you must be looking for a pink laptop. I said, no, I'd been looking forward towards a laptop which has this much amount of RAM, and I would like to have a good screen configuration. Plus, along with that, I need a particular keypad in which at least I have the number digits onto a side. That means a bigger keypad should be there. And then there was a particular point regarding the area of the camera quality required. RAM extendable is also required. Then there would be so many things that I'll be raising up. Ki, acha, is it i5, i7, which generation? All those basic questions. Matlab, see, if I have to buy a particular laptop and I am in this field, I cannot blindly buy a laptop. I cannot say that, oops, I made a mistake. I bought a laptop worth rupees 20,000. I should have bought a laptop worth rupees 1 lakh. The moment I buy a laptop worth rupees 1 lakh, I can still cannot say, oops, I made a mistake. I need to buy another one. You know, every penny counts. So if I take a decision while buying a particular laptop, I decide about the RAM, extendability of the RAM, what is the agility there, then SSD, then the camera quality, then the other equipments if required, you know, and then about the Intel chip that is there, then the generation, right? All those things are really important for me. That means if I have to buy something, I don't buy it blindly. If I don't buy it blindly, what does this simply mean? This simply means if I have to spend money, even if it's 1 lakh, I'll think about it. I'll go through so many things on internet and then I'll say, this is what I want to buy. The same thing happens when we are looking forward towards a company which is investing 10 crores in one particular project. It will not blindly put the money. It will say, I would like to put the money that there I would like to generate good money for us. You know, the time I don't generate that good money, how will I grow? Done. This particular topic talks about the long term decisions of the organization. What is the initial outflow in terms of money you're making out and what you will receive out of it? So, this chapter is super duper important. This chapter becomes the base not only for the remaining chapters of this particular module but also the module C. Okay? Then, once you are done with taking the decisions, not only the national level, then we talk about the international projects as well. That means we are no longer talking about rupees. The projects that we are investing it, the money that we are getting out of it. The second is dollars. We're done with making the projects in rupees. Are we moving towards dollars? Then we have adjustment of risk and uncertainty. See, the point is, maybe while working with you, I decided and I told you that in the upcoming time, I will receive, if I spent 20,000 US dollars in this particular project, and I will receive $1,000 for the next 10 years. Okay. This is what I looked at. That after that it will change further. Now the point is, it is very important that this amount, the cash inflow that I will be getting after a certain period of time, I understand that particular thing very carefully. I understand what am I going to receive after a certain period of time. If I do not have the clarity here now, then it's a big problem, isn't it? So this particular amount should be forecasted clearly. If there's a problem here, then the particular decision making is all going wrong. That is why we need to see what is the risk of uncertainty, which we can see in this capital budgeting. Again, I told you, if we do the unit 9 properly, unit number 10, unit number 11 becomes easy altogether. Decision making is also taken out from module 9 again. Whatever we'll do in 9 is all connected with 12 as well. So crux is, if you do this module B properly, module B makes the module C a piece of cake. The module C is talking about valuations, mergers, and acquisitions. As if understand one particular company wasn't enough, they said let's combine two companies. Let's make sure that the two companies are working together. Now, when we see that two specific companies are working together, how are we going to do it? We'll have to value the corporate organization. है ना? We have to look forward towards corporate valuation, isn't it? Then we have discounted cash flow technique. Discounted cash flow means, see, if I say that I'll receive 10,000 rupees after 5 years, you'll be like, ma'am, after 5 years, 10,000 rupees. Okay, that's fine. But 10,000 after 5 years, is it going to be of the same value as it is of today? Matlab, I think when we were kids at that point of time, when our parents were earning, the value of their salary and value of our salary is very different. Is it the same, everyone? It isn't now. The value of money changes over the period of time. This particular concept is discounted cash flow valuation. Again, this is something that we'll talk about in Unit 10. So if you do the Unit 10 capital investment decisions properly, the chapter number 13, chapter number 14, even chapter number 15 become easier. The chapter number 15 is about other non-discounted cash flow valuation techniques. Now, in cash flow valuation, we're done with the ones which will require adjustment, and there are certain which do not require adjustment. From them, there is a little different method. Again, a hardcore finance area. Then we start with the area of special cases of valuation and mergers and acquisition and restructuring. This is a very long chapter, I would say. This is a long chapter. Special cases of valuation is a medium level chapter. By deal structuring financial strategies, this is a small chapter too. Done? So in this area, even if you have done the unit 10 properly, then unit number 14, unit number 15, as well as unit number 16 becomes easier for you. Even a part of unit number 13 is also having the time value of money concept. So basically these all are connected. So I would say b, after b we'll be following module c. Okay, module b and c is done together. But what benefit do we reap here? The plus point is whatever practical area we'll be doing in module b and c, it makes module d very very easy and very very quick to cover. That means we'll be spending maximum time on module b and c and lesser time on module a and d. Okay, first topic is hybrid finance, pure theory, but finance based theory. Startup finance, pure theory, it covers the various schemes which the government has started for the startups. What are they doing for the startups? Private equity and venture capital, it talks about bade log who are helping us to grow. Shark Tank India, we have seen that. How people are helping other businesses to grow. For example, I decide to give you money once your company starts earning, I leave. That's called angel investor. And second is, as soon as your company started growing, I took over the entire company, throw away the current board of directors, even including the owner of or the founder of the organization, and took over the entire organization. Then I am called a venture capitalist. When such people are there in the market, how do they run a business, or they take over a business and they run those business ultimately? You know, that is a part of this. Then comes artificial intelligence. AI has taken a lot of important areas. For example, you and I, we might be looking forward towards AI a lot. Sometimes when I'm thinking about doing something, I look at ChatGPT. It's a cool area to look upon. Now, if I talk about AI, AI is all about the artificial intelligence, and we'll be studying about banking and AI being linked together. So this particular module is something super important and super easy even. The next topic that we'll be talking about is business analytics as management tool. We'll be talking about the business analytics. That means how do we analyze a business. Then the 24th chapter, the second last chapter, is going to be we are growing, but how do we grow without damaging the environment, without causing any kind of damage to the environment? How do we grow? That is the point that we'll be covering in unit number 24. Then last is SPAC. These are very interesting companies. You must have heard that people hire a shooter to kill a person, है ना? Snipers, shooters to kill someone. In Hindi, we say that acha, this person has given a supari to someone else to kill that person, isn't it? In the same case, one particular company wants to take over one of its competitors. Company A wants to acquire company B, but it cannot do it on its own. So it goes to SPAC, a special purpose acquisition company, which slowly and steadily acquires all the share of B. Once it has completed the work, now this will liquidate and give the entire share of module B to A, whatever they would have bought. That means this is a kind of supari. You are trying to kill module B. You're trying to kill the organization B, not directly, but you've hired someone to do that. That is called special purpose acquisition. Done. Done. Chale. Now what next? So there are two things that we can do. One thing is that we can work in such a way that you'll just review the particular class and that is end. One thing is that you study with me, you make quick notes as if you don't have to write all the things, because ultimately you will get a PDF of all these topics. You will get a PDF. Okay. So once you get all those things there, you will get a PDF that is visible in the app itself. So whatever this particular class would be, everything, the notes that I'll be giving you, that will include all these things. But the point is, if you make quick notes means you write down the date, the topic, and have a timeline. If we did some topic which is difficult or it is important, for example, we did a very difficult numerical, you note down that at this point of time we did that. On the last day, I want to repeat it. Or if all theory chapters are there, you create some kind of quick notes out of it. That means you write down a few things in the form of a flow chart while going through the class itself, or even after the class, whatever time you would suit you. You note down those quick things, and once you have noted down the quick things, it will be helpful, because by the end of the examination, if you look at it, then I think BRBL and ABFM, they are back to back. Which subject you will finish first? Then how will you finish it? You don't have the time there. It is way too dangerous to leave it all together there. So it's way better you sort out things in such a way that you have certain kind of quick notes. Quick notes doesn't mean the noting down the entire thing which is given in the class PDF. Rather, noting down the things which are not even in the PDF, and I'm giving you a way to learn it. There are times that I'll be using acronyms that you can learn it in this way, you can learn it in that way. Note down that point, and later on, whenever you get time, you go through the quick notes and the class PDF, and you don't have to go through the entire video again. This will save your time for the revision that you'll be doing at the last moment. Otherwise, the particular time period between these two examinations is almost negligible. You'll be fighting with yourself ki pehle kaun sa kare, which one should be done first. So it's way better that you sort it out on your own in such a way that you are doing both the things together by making short notes, or I will call the quick notes. Okay. Any doubts that you would like to ask everyone? Any doubts? Please confirm. Okay.